Out here checking out my radio. I'm up here on top of a hill. Most people that watch the channel know where I'm at. County Road 21 and 134. Old rundown gas station. And I got the radio hooked up and working. I had it hooked up and working when was it? Today's Sunday. I got it hooked up about Friday, but I started having some issues with the antenna, and I had to go and get me another one, which I went and got the same one I got, but it was not adjusted and everything, so I had to adjust it for my SWRs, which I'll show you that here in a minute. Go ahead and get up there on 40 for that part of it. That's where you check your SWR. Waiting for these cars to go by and everything. Let's see what SWR when I get down there and focused. SWR about 1.3. Modulation, which is the green. We're now looking at mod. Audio check 1 2 3, working real good. And it's also putting out some good power there. Go back to power. Audio check 1 2 3, putting out maximum power, about 35 to 40 watts on high power. And you can turn the power. It's got a variable power. You can see all the stuff in there. CB PA system. If I had a PA, I got a fly in here now, flying around. God, all these cars, man. Okay, no more cars. Time for some glass pack action. It's not loud like straight pipe, but it does sound good. But the other day I was talking with this radio, talking to, turn him down a little bit. I was talking on this radio just yesterday afternoon. Some of the bad weather was blowing on through the area from the storm. As you can see out here, we did get a lot of rain, a lot of puddles still around out here. So all the dirt roads are good and muddy for you guys that want to go out there and mud bog. I was talking on this thing, trying it out once I got that antenna hooked up and everything, and adjusted for my SWRs. There is somebody still talking because that needle down there is moving, but my camera never wants to focus on it. But yeah, I was talking from the house, from the other videos you've seen of the base station, the Uniden, that Uniden Washington that I talk on. I was going out about 10 miles out and around the area here on these roads, and talking back and forth from the base station to see the range and capability of this thing, and checking all that, going up and going south, and I went west and I went north. Pretty much went out everywhere. I even went to my grandpa's old neighborhood, because we used to talk from my house to his house on the radio. And as you know, where I live, I'm down in a hole, which is in a very low line, but it's like a bowl, like in the bottom of a bowl, like you eat cereal out of, or a pot or a pan, whatever. And you're down there in the bottom of it, and you got hills all the way around you, and you're trying to get up and over these hills, and it's very hard. So with a mobile unit like this that puts out good power, I can get up here and pretty much POTA this area. I could sit here all day and just make contacts. It may take several minutes to just CQDX, you know, just 308 Bravo Lima trying. You just start keying that for about as long as it takes, you know, a couple minutes, maybe 5 minutes at a time. And sure enough, somebody out there is going to finally hear you. Your radio waves are going to reach somebody out there. And lo and behold, I was out here doing my testing yesterday with the base station and everything, from this one to that one, from the house, and somebody else comes over the radio, and we were on channel 40, and he's like, man, you got a good sounding radio, man, what are you talking on and all that? And because he's like, you're putting about 7.5 on me. Are you close by Geneva? I was like, Geneva, Alabama? That's like 40 miles from where I'm in. I was like, no, man, I'm just south of Ozark, right between Ozark and Newton, where they have the Civil War reenactment up here at the river. And I was like, I'm up on top of a hill right now. I'm in the mobile pickup truck, so I can get up on high ground. And when you get up on high ground, you can reach on out there. And I talked to him for about a minute or two, because I was telling him I was doing a range on the my new radio here, and talking to the base station at the house. And he asked me what the base station was at the house. It's a Uniden Washington, and I got his number. It's like a 94, Geneva, Alabama. Didn't get a name, but I didn't even think to even mention my YouTube channel to him, that he could get on old YouTube there and check me out on YouTube, and probably even heard. But at the time, I didn't even think about filming that whole experience of talking to Geneva from where I live. That's the longest hop I've ever had in a truck. My old radio wouldn't even do that. The old Galaxy, the DX55, and that was on AM. And apparently this one's been peaked and tuned here recently, brand spanking new out of the box. All these knobs, of course it's brand new, they're all stiff because they're not broken in good yet. So when I turn the volume up, it wants to turn my squelch up as well because it's a double knob. Get a better angle at that. Those 3 knobs and this one up here. See that? So everything is brand new and everything. It's not broken in. But I was pretty stoked about that. Talking to Geneva, whoever I was talking to on there, he was on a base station. It was a Galaxy just like this, but that name brand, Galaxy. And I think he was talking on I can't remember. It's a gray radio. You can look it up. Galaxy base station. It's a gray radio with black knobs on it. I forgot the number on there. I think it's like a 45, 25 or 25, 45, something like that. Galaxy base station. It's one of the newer ones that they make, I think. Or not 2021, but you know, from the early 2000s, the 2015, somewhere around that modern era. This is like the latest from Galaxy, I believe, as far as I can find anything. And I was looking at a DX. I was looking at a DX 959, which is a full-size radio, which would come on out here somewhere. And it had more knobs and switches and functions and everything. And couldn't get it. That's the one I was waiting on. Paid for it, peaked and tuned, and it never came in. And so I just canceled the order. Got my money back, luckily. And so I found this website called cbworld.com. And I saw this radio, and you can get it bone stock, not peaked and tuned, for cheaper money. But for like $240 something, you can have it peaked and tuned, and so it can put out its maximum power and get maximum performance out of it, like a performance car, you know. It's like say this radio stock, it's like your factory car, Mustang or whatever, and you put some headers, some exhaust, a cold air intake, a performance chip for the computer. You do those, well, yeah, you're going to tell a big difference when you get out here on the road. And having full exhaust, some cams in it, you know, get that rumbling sound, you know, that choppy, like Cletus McFarland channel, putting a turbo on there, you know. Well, they do your basic stuff, like some full aftermarket exhaust from front to back, cold air intake, computer programmer performer thing for your computer chip. That's pretty much what this radio has gotten done to it. So that's gonna be the ending of this video. I'm gonna crank this dude back up.
For a nice bike ride and easy like a Sunday morning bike.
Here's some radio.
Real good cop. I appreciate the blessings right back at you. Say, God bless you and the household, my friend. Stay safe out there in the bag loose of it. It's hot up here in New York City. We gotta jump in the pool, show something. Sounds good.